to introduce to you Hell's latest arrival, the Equal Opportunity Killer, Alistair. Hello, it's nice to meet you. Can you tell me where I am? I don't know how I got here, but I think I'm starting to understand. I don't belong among the angels, and maybe that's just fine with me. The things I did up there were high school, but now I'm going for my degree. Hey, sorry, but you just got in my way. I promise, honey, I can feel your pain, and maybe I enjoy it just a little bit. Haven't been the same since I expired. Doesn't mean that I plan to retire. And now I have the power to bathe all of you in entertaining fire. Wait a minute, do I know you? Weren't you an old pal of mine? Departed from us far too early, but now we're meeting a second time. We used to have such fun together.
Okay, YouTuber and stuff, there you go. Y'all go scroll through this stuff if y'all want. Now, before I get started, those that are pure of heart and would like to stay that way, go. Wrong picture, wrong what if. Hold up. Okay, those of you that don't know who this is or where he comes from the Has Been Hotel universe, which is made by Vizzy Pop. I suggest go subscribing to her and stuff like that. They make really good content. So yeah, we begin with a story, and I quote: 10 decades ago, Alistair manifested in hell seemingly overnight, and he started wreaking havoc across hell. Nobody knows how he managed. Well, man, forget the I quote. Man, I'm gonna make this. Alistair seemingly manifested in hell overnight. He started creating chaos, killing overlords that were dominant for centuries. He would broadcast his carnage all over hell, and people started calling him the Radio Demon. It's lazy. It's terrible. Not terrible name. I wouldn't say lazy, but it's a decent name, but still. And Alistair, he is one of the most powerful beings in hell. So yeah. Now how I'm gonna connect this to to my hero is like this. Izuku, come down here. Yes, Mom. Ooh, Izuku, you're in trouble. Shut up, Izumi. Izuku would go downstairs. Wanna tell me why you're crooked? How should I know? How do I know why I'm crooked? It's not my fault. Then whose fault is it? Mine? I have a quirk unlike you. Izumi has a really powerful quirk unlike you. So how is it that everyone else but you have a quirk? Mom, I don't know. It's not like I can just pick to have one. Get out of my house, Izuku. But Mom, no. Get out. Now. Yes, Mom. Don't call me that. Don't ever use the Midoriya name. Ever again. Okay. Haha, Izuku, you have to leave. Haha. Izuku says, shut up. Now we go to hell. Alistair, where are you going? You see, Charlie, I go to Earth to play around with humans to see if anyone would make a deal. So yeah, I'ma go do that. And since y'all don't need my help at this moment, I'ma go. She says, okay, Alistair, make sure you come back every now and then. Alistair would say, of course, dear. After all, I am the co-owner to this fine establishment. Okay, bye y'all. Angel Dust. Better stay calm. Shut up, Angel Dust. And you both know I can destroy this hotel. Vaggie. Thank God he's out of our hair. I heard that, Vaggie. Alistair would say that. And Alistair's gone. He went up to Earth. He's walking around. And he sees these people with powers. He says, did they make deals with demons? I see all of them, but a few not having them. It's very interesting. I should go ask somebody. That boy right there, the green and black hair, I'll go ask him. He's crying. I'm gonna say, he's 10 years old. He's walking with a duffel bag over his shoulder. He's looking for a place to stay. He's looking for somewhere, but not somebody's house. So Alistair goes over to him and he says, hello. Can I ask you something? Izuku says, what do you need? He says, I've seen all of these people have powers, except for a slight few. Y'all call these powers quirks, I believe. And Izuku would say, yeah. And he would say, can you explain those to me? You see, I'm not from around here. And Izuku says, you might live in the woods or something like that. He says, yeah, Alistair go there. He said, yeah, he did. I spent my life in the woods. And Alistair would say, Izuku would begin to explain, like, the hero society, the villains, and quirkless people, and all that. And Alistair would say, so which one are you? He would say, I don't have a quirk. I was kicked out of my house because I didn't have one. And he says, how about this, kid? I can give you whatever you desire, whatever quirk, whatever powers. Only thing you have to do is make a deal. And Alistair would pause time. And he would say, so, you in? And he would think about it. And just before he goes to shake his hand, God would appear. Yup, God. God would say, Izuku, don't. He says, wait. And Alistair would say, is that God? God would say, yes, Alistair, it is me. Now, you, Alistair, you're playing off this boy's vulnerability right now. And that's low even for you. And Izuku would say, what's going on? Alistair would say, well, I'm a demon. And this is what y'all people would call God. And Izuku would say, wait, you're God? And God would say, yes. Now, I'll give you 2 wishes, so make them worth it. Izuku would say, what happens if I do take his deal? And God would say, you'll never be able to go to heaven. Your soul would belong to him. Izuku would say, I wish to get rid of that drawback, that my soul would go to him if I do take the deal. God would say, smart. Izuku would also say, I also wish for 2 more wishes. So that would give him 2 wishes again. God would say, okay. Izuku would say, I wish to be able to travel to hell, heaven, and earth whenever I want. God would say, okay. And Izuku would also say, I wish to be able to create anything my imagination comes up with, except for human life and other living beings. And God would say, okay. And Alistair would be kind of mad, because Izuku kind of got out of the deal, but at the same time didn't. And Izuku would say, Alistair, how about this? Instead of you keeping my soul, I'll keep you in my shadow. Like, you'll be my shadow me. And I'll be able to you'll be able to walk around, see entertaining stuff, depending on what I do and stuff like that. And Alistair would say, sounds fun. I'll do it. In exchange, I want every single one of your powers. Alistair would say, okay. And Ezekiel would look over to God, and Ezekiel would say, am I still going to go to heaven? And God would say, you will go to heaven. The only way you won't go to heaven is if you kill somebody for no reason. If they're a villain, then yeah. Vigilantes usually don't go to hell, because they usually don't kill random people. And Izuku would say, okay. Izuku would be walking around. Honestly, Inko actually realized what she did. And she filed a police report that her son ran away. And what hero would find Deku? What hero? Ryoko? No. Midnight. Yup, it would be Midnight. And to add, Izuku was being abused, and Izuku recently got cheated on, and was neglected. So yeah, Izuku, he would have a lot of scars on his back. Alistair would see this. He says, you know you can heal yourself, right? Izuku says, rather not. Alistair would say, okay. And Midnight would see Izuku walking around, and she would go over to the kid. She would say, hey, is your name Izuku Midoriya? Izuku would smile like you see in this image. Yes, how may I help you? Midnight, I believe your name is. And she would say yes. And she would see Izuku's shadow smiling with red eyes like that. She would basically see the face of Alistair. She would say, kid, are you okay? It seems like your shadow is alive. Izuku would smile. He would say, yeah, that's part of my quirk that I just awakened. She says, your mother made a police report that you ran away. Izuku would say, so she lied. Okay. Well, false alarm. Okay. goodbye. And Zuko would try to walk off. Midnight would be like, kid, where are you going? Zuko would say, nowhere. No, everywhere, nowhere. And Zuko, he would say, oh, gotta go. Just go where? Zuko says, that is a mystery for which I don't even know. Just, this kid's talking like he's an old man. And Izuku, he would start walking. In midnight, she would actually follow Deku. Deku's being suspicious. And she would report this to the police. Found the one-way child, Izuku, not following him because he looks suspicious. So Izuku, he would go. He would just be looking around, going to antique shops. He would say, radio. Not much though. The ones I use were better. And Izuku, he would walk out. Midnight still following him. Izuku would finally notice that she's following him. And I'm gonna say, Mirako and Mount Lady were also following Deku. Because Midnight said he just awakened this quirk. He's a late bloomer, and she doesn't know what his quirk could be, or if it's dangerous. And Izuku would say, well, gotta go. Izuku would stop. He would go down an alleyway. And they would see him go down this alleyway. Midnight would say to Woodums, look over to Mirako and my lady. She would say, you want to get on top of a roof and follow him from there? I would follow him from the ground. They say, okay. As soon as they see Izuku he waves his hand in a circle motion. And a portal appears. And they would say, where are you going? Izuku. Midnight would say, hey kid, fancy seeing you here. Izuku, he would turn around, he would smile, he would say, Midnight. I was just about to go somewhere. Where would that place be? And Izuku would say, I was gonna go to the woods. And he would change where he was about to go, because he was about to go to hell. And he would change that to heaven, not heaven, show him the woods. And Izuku would say, come here, look. And she would say, you know you're using your quirk illegally, right? Izuku would say, actually, I don't. If you look in my phrase, it says no quirk bone. Well, no extra joints. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm good. And Izuku, he would walk through the portal. Midnight, she would walk through as well, trying to follow Deku. Mirako and Mount Lady wouldn't get there in time to go through with her. But yeah. And she would say, wow. It's so nice out here. Izuku says, yeah. If you go 10 miles that way, you'll get to the closest road. Or I can just teleport you back to where you were. And she says, what? Izuku says, yeah. Izuku would say, I'm going to live in the woods now. Here's the woods that we're in. This is the name. And he would give her the name of the woods. And Izuku, he would go deeper and deeper into the woods. And Midnight would say, wait, can you teleport me back? Izuku says, look behind you. And a portal would open up. And Mirako and Mount Lady would say, wait, a portal was starting to open. And Midnight would just walk through. They said, "Where's the kid? He got away." Is what she said. "Where is he?" "In the woods. If you go that way, if you go straight that way, you will find him. Find the woods at least." Couldn't see him. It was too hard to get through. "How did you get back then?" I yelled, "Can you at least send me a portal back to where I went, back to where before he teleported?" And he heard me, so he opened up a portal. Yeah, I'm into it. They say, "Oh, okay." So he's in the woods, and he opens up another portal, and he changes the place to hell. And Alistair told Ezekiel to go there, and Ezekiel goes, and Ezekiel he's happy. He's just going. He's in hell and everything, and he sees this hotel. Alistair pops out of his shadow. Alistair gets out of Ezekiel's shadow. He says, "We're back." And he would say, "Now, let's go inside Izuku." And Izuku, he would be kind of nervous because I'm gonna say a whole bunch of demons saw Izuku walking, and they tried to kidnap him and stuff like that. And Izuku, he would just say, "Go away," and they would just disappear. So Izuku, he would be scared. Izuku, he goes into the hotel with Alistair, behind Alistair. And Charlie, "Alistair, you're back." "Yes, Charlie, I am back." Vaggie, "Man, he's back. I thought we were gonna get a whole week." And Alistair would say, "Not likely." And then Charlie would notice something behind Alistair, and she would say, "What's that behind you?" And Izuku, he would, I thought I was able to hide behind him. Izuku, he would, just as she gets around Alistair, she would see Izuku's green hair go through a shadow. She would say, "What was that?" And Alistair would say, "Izuku, don't make me cancel out your abilities." And Izuku, he would be behind like a couch or some big shadow. He would be inside of a big shadow, and Izuku would teleport behind, to the shadow of the couch, and he would say, "You can't do that." And Izuku would teleport back to the giant shadow that I don't know what it's gonna be, that the refrigerator is causing. Because why not? Alistair would say, "Izuku, you both know what happens if I cancel out your abilities, and what will happen to you." Izuku would say, "Fine." Izuku teleports back to Alistair's shadow, and he would get out of the shadow. And Charlie's also 10. Why? Because I say so. And Izuku, he would get out the shadow, and Alistair would step to the side and say, "This is Izuku. I was trying to make a deal with him, but something went wrong. They say, what went wrong, Alistair? And Izuku would say, God showed up and gave me 2 wishes. I wished for more wishes, and I got more wishes. So I canceled out any voodoo strings that Alistair was going to cause. And I also wished for teleportation to any place I want, like the heaven, the hell, or earth, and to be able to create anything I want. Angel Dust would say anything. Izuku says anything except for living objects. Angel Dust would say, what I want isn't living. What I want is something else. And Alistair would smack Angel Dust as hard as he can upside the head. Why would he do this? Because if y'all watched the episode, if y'all watched the pilot to Hazbin Hotel, y'all would understand what he could have been asking for. Well, you would probably ask for. And Charlie would say, oh, so are you a human? He would say, yeah. And he would be human. So, Alistair, how long do I have to stay here? I have some business. I have to go somewhere on Earth. And Charlie says, you live on Earth? Can I come? Izuku would say, no, not yet. Izuku would say, no, I'm doing stuff, and people would judge you for hanging out with me. They would say, why would they judge us? Why would they judge people for hanging out with somebody? And Izuku would explain quirks to them, and that he was quirkless, and they would say, that's pretty messed up. Izuku would say, yeah. So, Alistair, how long do I have to stay? I kinda wanna go back. And Alistair would say, you can go back, child. Izuku would say, nice meeting all of y'all. Charlie would say, are you sure you're okay? So she would have asked Izuku if he was okay, because he looked sad. Izuku, he would give her a fake smile, and he would say, yeah, I'm sure. Alistair, he would notice that it's fake. And Alistair would say, kid, I know that smile. You're not. Izuku would say, Alistair, why do you have to say something? And Izuku would say, well, gotta go. And Alistair says, Izuku, if you go, Izuku says, what you wanna do? Keep in mind, Alistair, you can't do anything. And Izuku would teleport back to Earth. And he would teleport back into the city. Izuku would start walking around, and Ryoko, she would find Deku walking around. She would say, wait, wasn't that kid that Midnight said escaped from her? And she would go to the kid. She would say, hey kid, what's her name? Izuku would say, that's personal information I do not have to give out publicly. She says, your name's Izuku Midoriya, isn't it? Izuku would say, I cannot confirm or deny this. Izuku would start running. And Ryoko, she would easily catch Deku. Izuku says, man. And she would say, why did you run? Izuku says, because I felt like going on a run. And she said, kid, just tell me. And Izuku says, fine. But you have to promise not to tell anyone else. or do anything about it. She says, okay, I promise. He would say, can you put me down first? And she would say, yeah. He would say, and I'm gonna say that Izuku ran into an alley. Izuku would take off his shirt, and she would see all these scars, all these bruises, burn marks, everything. And she would say, what's happened to you? Izuku would say, I was abused. Mentally, physically, and emotionally after getting cheated on. So yeah. I didn't run away. I got kicked out of my own house. And Izuku would say this with venom in his voice. And she would say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Izuku says, it's fine. You didn't know. She says, I can arrest your mom. And she can go to jail for child abuse, Izuku says. Okay. And Ryugu would take Deku to the police station. At midnight would be there. She was like, how did you catch up? That's unfair. And she would say, and Ryugu would say, midnight, shut up. And she would say, hey, Ryugu actually sounds serious. What did this kid, what happened to this? What did this kid do to make her sound serious? And she would go over to the police, and she would say, I'd like to file a case of child abuse. And Midnight would see Deku start tearing up and stuff like that. She would say, child abuse? That kid seemed perfectly fine whenever I talked to him. And the police officer would say, we're gonna need proof of this kid getting abused. She would say, Izuku, you want to show them? Because I took pictures, or you can show them. Izuku would say, I'll show them. Midnight, she's watching. So is Mirako and Mount Lady. Izuku takes off his shirt, and they see these burn marks, these scratches. Well, not scratches. These cuts, these burn marks, these bruises. And they're like, what's happened to this kid? And Izuku, he would say, police officer, is that enough? And he would be in shock. And he was, yeah. And he would call Inka Midoriya, and he would say, Inka Midoriya, I'm gonna need you to come down to the police station to identify, to see if this is your son. And she would say, oh, okay. And Izuku, he would sit down on a chair with they're pretending like Izuku was captured. That way he can bait Inko. And they fitted Deku with a microphone. That way they can get a confession out of Inko. So yeah. And as soon as Inko gets there, they say, well, we're gonna be y'all here to talk. And yeah. And everyone leaves the room and everything. There's no fake mirrors or anything. It's just them. She says, why did you want to write? Izuku says, I didn't. And police are listening into this. Izuku says, why do you abuse me? She says, because you're quirkless and I can do it if I want to. Immediately after that, police walk in, they say, okay, Izuku, we got enough evidence to throw her in jail. And she says, what? You can't do that. There's no microphones or anything. Izuku lifts up his shirt and he says, microphone, and also scars. So, and she would say, you set me up. Izuku says, you set yourself up. You shouldn't have answered that question. And Izuku would say, now who's gonna raise Izumi? And they say, Izumi. And Izuku says, oh yeah, you saw those burn marks? And they say, yeah. My own sister caused those with her pyrokinesis quirk. But I have my own quirk too now. They say, what do you mean now? Izuku would say, well, you see, I'm what you would call a late bloomer. I've called my quirk the radio demon. And they say, wait, after that supposed demon? Izuku would say, yes. And they say, why would you call it that? Izuku would snap his fingers. His shadow would appear behind Deku. Deku would say, because I am the radio demon. And Deku, he would start glitching out. He would, everybody would be terrified. And Izuku would say, but enough about that. So yeah, I hope y'all like the trailer. Now, stay tuned.
I'm the devil in sheep's clothing who needs healing. Said the devil in sheep's clothing, I need shivering. When they think of death, they're thinking what he's wearing. Tell them look away from a light. Of course they keep staring. They ain't never seen a killer mode killer. Send them flying through the clouds and I ain't your dope dealer. Step into the room and you feel a cold shiver. Black heart ice cause I am a cold nigga. I was driven to the edge of insanity. You cut the brakes, pushed me off the ledge single-handedly. Knew that I was falling in the dark, saving gravity. But finally I came to the ways of the maddening. Hooked to this feeling, I ain't even pulled a grapple gun. Been swinging through the city like an Acura. All these people bit the hand and venom, saw the beast, so they had to run. COVID, they ain't knowing what the bad become. Yeah. I was on some other shit, and I had to come to grips that I could've run the clip while all these bitches running lips. In that cold of the past, man, they put in bunch of inch. But you breathe me at last, I might run them to the ditch. How much time did I waste duct taping sunk ships? I was one with the scum, I was coming from the ribs. I was thrown in the dark, now the dark is all it is. I a hero or become the villain, Harvey had to spit. Evil incarnate, grim night peace. Have you leaving lethargic? You lean when the sparks hit. Wish a nigga would make them bleed on the varnish. Only bullseyes when I squeeze at a target. Arm to the teeth and
That was made by Daddy Fat Snaps. Go watch his videos and stuff like that. Go subscribe, go do all that. And yeah, Scarecrow out.